Wow, you came all the way to Japan to see me? Must really be desperate for help against NXT.
Who else could I trust more than my old training partner?
We were always trying to outdo each other back in the day. Might be nice to team up together for once.
Not to mention the fact Mutiny keeps adding top names, so I can't really trust many people in WWE right now.
So you're saying I was your only option? I see how it is.
Best and only option. So what do you think? Will you do it?
You know I'm ride or die with you. Let's do it.
Great. We need to get started right away.
Okay, just hang on a minute. I do have one more match obligation to fulfill here tonight. Then we'll get started.
All right. You do that, and I'll get to strategizing.
Haven't changed a bit.
Unify championships.
I guess if you're going to introduce yourself to the WWE Universe, you might as well do it as a champion. Talk about participation trophies.
Oh, come on, Saxton, they're trolling. What better way to get under Mutiny's skin than by knocking off their precious Unity titles?
The LWO is here, representing the culture, representing a legacy.
That's what they're all about.
Tremendous talent throughout this team, really honoring the legacy of the original group in WCW.
And no doubt the LWO has done their predecessors proud.
The following contest is a intergender tag team match and is for the Unified Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, Cruz del Toro and Zelina Vega, the LWO. And their opponents, the Zilla and Billie.
No joking around here. The Unified Tag titles are serious business tonight.
Well, technically, this is a championship match. The arena doesn't have the usual electricity.
Well, because it's not really a title match, Michael. You can't expect people to get excited about championships these two just made up.
Well, every championship once was something that someone just made up, Saxton. And if you're still looking for something to get excited about, we have the debut of a new WWE superstar.
Delivers an axe handle.
Down to opponent, and a double axe handle smash.
The challenger unable to stay out of harm's way.
He's got to be eyeing his corner, hoping he can regroup on the apron.
Cruz is facing a beatdown.
Cruz has got to get his wits about him.
Oh! Del Toro out of harm's way. Oh, ouch! Able to slip away.
Spinning heel kick. Quick reflex is so important in a match like this.
Looking for a power bomb here. Up and, wait, nope.
Into the cover. We're up here.
Uh-oh, from the top rope.
Ripped off the ropes in a hurry.
Ooh, the champion into the pin. Oh, I thought the champ had it.
That is just pure instinct at this point. Ooh.
Clothesline in the corner.
Big back body drop.
What elevation. Draped across the top rope.
Clubbing forearm.
Oh, we know what's coming next.
Samoan spike to the throat.
The cover.
Close to ending it here. And the champs retain.
Here are your winners, and still the Unified Tag Team Champions, the Zilla and Billie.
The long history this new duo shares was evident here tonight as the Unified Champs look like a well-oiled machine and successfully defended their titles.
Sure, Michael, but they will likely have an even tougher time defending these ridiculous titles.
Funny. Thanks. I don't think you've been introduced to the newest team member in our fight against Mutiny. We came up training together.
I know all about you. Welcome to WWE. But I do have to remind both of you, I've decided to remain neutral in this whole issue with NXT. I'm too close to it, so this isn't our fight. And besides, when it comes to competition, it's not just a catchphrase. It really is what's best for business.
Is it, though? Like you said, you're too close to this. Might be clouding your judgment.
I know you're new here, so I'll let that slide.
Bottom line, we're going to do everything we can to stop Mutiny.
And if that happens, great. But if Mutiny comes out on top, then we'll pivot in that direction. It's what we do in WWE. We're constantly reacting and evolving. It's how we succeed. So like I said, good luck. But I can't support one side or the other until this is all over.
Your plan seems to be working. Mutiny is definitely annoyed.
Yep, told you it would get their attention. Now we just need to take things further to give Mutiny and their Unity champion something else to complain about.
What'd you have in mind?
Cosplay. It always comes down to cosplay.
A bit predictable for my taste, but I'll do it.
It's one half of the Unified Champs, who's looking like a king tonight.
First they come up with knockoff titles. Now he's rolling in as a knockoff Lexus King. I love it.
He does seem determined to get under Mutiny's skin. Let's hope he hasn't forgotten he's still heading into a match.
The Unified Champs are channeling the Unity Champs in a match that should be unique. We've been dealt a fun one, and it starts right now. And the other half of the Unified Champions doing her best JC Jane impression.
After seeing her partner, I'm sure nobody was surprised to see the gear she decided to wear out here tonight. But you have to admit, she's really pulling it off.
Are you saying you've got a toxic attraction to our Unified Champion?
I'm not going that far, but well played.
I knew it. Hopefully the Unified Champs haven't overlooked their opponents here tonight. Otherwise, they're in trouble.
She's talked the talk, now she gets the chance to back it up. The War Raiders are back.
A team that has been dominant in tag team wrestling for over a decade.
Wherever the Raiders go, you will see the carnage of war.
Completely focused on waging war.
The War Raiders now embracing their truest form.
Looking to dominate once again.
The following is a intergender Eric and Valhalla, the War Raiders. And their opponents, the Zilla and Billie.
No joking around here. The Unified Tag Titles are serious business tonight.
All this fun cosplay can't distract the so-called Unified Champs from the fact that they are facing off against Valhalla and Eric tonight.
Definitely, Michael. It would be a real shame if they lost their focus and their titles.
Didn't you find these Unified titles silly, Saxton?
They're growing on me, Corey. Ouch. Oh, kick. Man. Ooh. Connects on the kick.
Oh,
Ooh, man. Ooh. Oh, what a kick.
Oh, man, what a strong kick. Spinning heel kick.
The champ showing that quickness.
And Eric can't stop any offense coming his way.
But Eric can't allow this burst to hinder him. These two have learned each other so well.
Ooh. And Eric escapes danger. Eric fires back.
Into the turnbuckle yet again. Into an overhead suplex.
And into the pin. Title on the line.
Oh!
Oh, somehow. Still in it. Front face lock applied into the guillotine.
Target.
Big right hands to the body. Shoves off his opponent, and he is out. Oh, what a headbutt. On the mark.
Hooked up. Nothing fancy there. Spinning Uranagi.
Following it up with the cover. Got it! And they stay atop the tag division.
Here are your winners, and still the Unified Tag Team Champions, the Zilla and Billie.
These two dressed up and beat down their opponents.
Hey, sorry I haven't checked in, sir. I've been tied up with all this mutiny stuff. How's it going here so far?
I'd say pretty good, since we just got ourselves a match for the Unity Tag Team Championships.
I saw that. I'll admit I had no idea what you were thinking at first, but it does appear to be working. Still, I'm nervous about you competing in NXT. If I had to guess, there will be some outside interference.
So, what do you propose we do to counter that? Hire a team of security guards to surround the ring? Nah, they could secretly be working with Mutiny. Oh, what if they were apes? Apes are strong and tough and loyal. Security apes. Is that a thing? Nah, we wouldn't have time to train them before the match.
I was going to suggest I'd be there to watch your backs.
You're no security ape, but at least you're...
The Unified Champions.
The following contest is a intergender tag team match and is for the NXT Unity Tag Team and the Unified Tag Team Championships. Introducing the champions, Billie and the Zilla.
Despite logic, sanity, and common sense, the Unified Champions do appear to be taking this match seriously.
When they started with these titles, I assumed they were trolling. But these two do seem genuinely focused on taking care of business here tonight.
One way or another, the Unity titles will change hands tonight. The Unification match is about to be unleashed.
Introducing the champions, the team of JC Jane and Lexis King.
It's a truly historic night here, ladies and gentlemen, as two titles will be defended here in this match.
This is one of those moments, Cole, where you're going to remember forever where you were when one of these superstars walked out of here with 2 championships.
There you see what's at stake. The NXT Unity Tag Team titles.
Grab your pop corn and try not to blink. The Unify and Unity championships both up for grabs in one match. That has literally never happened with these titles before.
Remember to breathe, Saxton. You're almost as ridiculous as these look-alike belts. Clearly the Unified champs annoyed Mutiny enough to make this match happen.
No matter the reason, this unification match will undoubtedly be remembered by some, in some way, for some time.
Oh, what a headbutt.
On the mark. So precise with the super kick. Oh! Legs up.
The headbutt to the gut! Big headbutt. The champion looking slightly rocked now.
He's got to keep in mind, pacing is everything in a tag match like this. Oh! And stays one step ahead.
And that was an effective attack, guys. Momentum entirely against Lexus here.
Lexus isn't showing the capacity to fight back. To the eyes.
That seems to have really gotten him. He could have an eye injury.
Nonetheless, the match continues.
JC eats a clothesline.
But Lexus King with the belt shot.
And the referee never saw it.
The champions are going to retain.
Wait, foot on the ropes.
It's SmackDown GM Nick Aldis. They were ready for this.
Credit to the Unified champions for being prepared.
Hold on, spear on JC Jane.
Looks like his eye's okay.
Or at least okay enough.
Setting up for some kind of double team move.
And down on the JC Jane with the cover.
That'll do it. We officially have new Unity Tag Team Champions.
We just witnessed amazing teamwork from these two, and it paid off with not only a title win, but a major victory in the war against Mutiny.
And don't forget the assist from Nick Aldis.
Mutiny shocked the world with their invasion a couple weeks ago, but now, taking their Unity tag titles that they held in such high regard is a shot across NXT's bow.
I have a feeling
like I missed out on all the fun. That was impressive how you goaded them into defending their Unity titles, and then walked away with them too. Well done.
Thanks. Nick Aldis came through when it mattered. It was a team effort.
I have to admit, I'm a little jealous. You got your hands on the Unity champions after what they did to me. But I'll get my shot sooner than later.
I know you will. Which leads us to our next move. We've spoken to the GMs, and we think the best strategy is to divide and conquer between Raw and SmackDown.
At least Aldis and Pierce have our backs, unlike old Triple H. Convenient how he continues to sit on the sidelines, isn't it?
Yeah, it is convenient. I can't believe he's still staying neutral. Makes you wonder if there's something else going on there.
In any event, if we split up, we'll have coverage on both brands to fight off any Mutiny attacks. I'll be headed to SmackDown.
And I'll be focusing on Raw. What about you, Punk?
I think it makes sense for me to float between both brands to help keep an eye on things. There's a lot of top names jumping ship, and I'd like to use my influence to put an end to that.
Sounds like a solid plan. Which brand should we focus on first?
Seeing this, Oos? NXT's Mutiny out here making moves, pulling everyone to their side while people watch the uprising from the sidelines. Even Triple H and the board are low-key cheering for them.
You don't have to remind me. I saw it firsthand at the draft, remember? It should be all hands on deck.
Yeet. We need more people doing stuff like taking those Unity titles off them.
Thanks. It might have been a small victory, but every little bit helps. If we can keep chipping away, eventually they'll topple.
For real. Anything to slow their momentum down. It was starting to feel like they could do whatever they wanted. Reminds me of when the Bloodline first started. We had that edge. And nobody was cool like us.
But we've seen that all play out before, right? Starts out hot, but a lot of folks are gonna get left out once they get what they want, you know?
Seen it, Felt it. When you're useful, you get used. When you're not, well, like you said, we've seen how that plays out.
It's impressive the way Mutiny's able to manipulate people. They've got a knack for pulling strings and making the bad guy look cool. But that's something we could work with. Use their own game to play them.
You got something cooking.
You said it yourself. People are joining up because Mutiny is cool. It's got an edge that makes standard corporate WWE look basic.
We can't compete with that smoke.
Not unless I show them some fire, Oos.
So you do have a plan. Yeet.
Yep. And I'm kicking it off later tonight. You're gonna love this one, Jay.
Can't wait, Oos.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 260 pounds, one half of the NXT Unity Tag Team Champions, the Zilla!
Guys, what's up with the NWO shirt?
I love the nod to the past. Is this maybe an embrace of those notorious NWO devious and disruptive tactics?
Color me concerned, Corey. He could be hinting at an alliance with Mutiny. That would be a major shift in the power balance.
All praise the master.
And his opponent, representing American-made from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 202 pounds, Chad Gable.
Chad Gable's such an incredible mat technician, maybe the best in all of WWE.
Yeah, Gable has a truly unmatched grappling game. That's why he's the master. He's in perhaps the best physical condition of his life. He knows what it takes to reach the top here in WWE.
I'm sure I'm not the only one still distracted by that NWO shirt. It's tough to focus on the match with that hanging in the air.
Well, just try being a professional, Saxton. It's a shirt. Besides, I'm sure we'll get an explanation when the time's right.
Well, I'm also sure Chad Gable isn't worrying about his opponent's wardrobe. He looks poised to prove that skills, not shirts, win matches. Power into the regal plex.
Hit hard, straight into the pin. It's a little early for an earnest attempt.
You saw that being telegraphed.
Spinning heel kick.
Well, some might call that showing off, but what a display. What a way to flaunt your abilities.
Man.
Boom. Nasty kick.
Draped across the top rope.
Whoa. Clubbing forearm. Oh, foot just stomping down.
Stops the attack with a hit to the gut.
Fights back and drops him with a bulldog. Spinning heel kick.
It takes a certain level of athleticism to pull that off.
And retaliates with a counter.
He'll take things into the ring.
What's coming next?
A back suplex.
Oh!
It's cinched in. This could be over.
He's in a bad position.
Looking to free the arm and does just that.
Shot to the throat. And Gable experiencing a true show of force there.
Yeah, but you know this one is still up in the air.
Hooked up. Driven down.
Gable is stumbling to his feet. Oh, we know what's coming next. Samoan spike. Gable is completely out of it.
Pin. That will end it.
Here is your winner, the Zilla!
An impressive victory, and maybe with the win under his belt, we can get some clarity about his attire.
I hope so, Corey. With all the chaos Mutiny is causing these days, the last thing we need is ambiguity. I have a feeling this is more than just a random shirt.
Tonight, but I think there's one question on everyone's mind. Why the NWO shirt?
Look, we all know that WWE is at a turning point. There's a civil war brewing, and it's largely because WWE has become stale, predictable, formulaic. We need to evolve.
So you're saying that you're joining Mutiny?
No. Mutiny is chaos for the sake of chaos. And just like so many times in history, the real fighters are going to get pushed aside once the leaders get what they want. Anyone who thinks they could trust Bailey and KO to protect their best interests is an idiot. So here's my message to all the superstars on both sides and everywhere in between. It's time for a new direction. We need to embrace our past to forge our future. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. The NWO wasn't about politics. It was about power and domination. So anyone who wants to stop playing the game and wants to run it, join me in my NWO movement.
That is a powerful call to arms, but as the former #1 draft pick, some might say you're as establishment as it gets. How do you reconcile that with calling for this new direction?
Being the #1 pick gives me a platform. My position lets me bridge the gap between the establishment and the rebels. I'm not here to tear down. I'm here to build better. So stand with me and take the third path. Not mutiny, not the WWE establishment, but a movement built on real power. I'm calling for a new era. Not just to challenge mutiny, but to redefine this business as it should be through dominance and brute force. Welcome to the New World Order.
So, do you want to tell me what the hell you're thinking? Bringing back the NWO?
Relax. Let me explain.
You'd better explain. I made you the #1 draft pick because I trusted you to be a cornerstone for WWE, not spearhead a whole new rebellion.
It's not another rebellion. This NWO stuff is just a way to stir up some trouble within Mutiny. It's a play. I just need people to believe it's real. And that's obviously working.
That is a pretty good idea, actually. But I really wish you'd run the stuff past me first.
I would have had I known you'd get this upset. Trust me, Pierce. I'm Team WWE. I'm going to shake NXT up from the inside and give us the upper hand. Just let this play out.
Okay, I'll give you some rope. Just be smart.
I always am. That's why it's working.